Welcome back to Game On Now. We look at the local scene and discuss the biggest talking point over the last week. What happened out in Durban, the 50th edition of a top 8 competition, that of course being the MTN8 Final. Orlando Pirates up against Stellenbosch. It promised to be a cracking game. And firstly, Shane, let's talk about the fans. Turned out in their numbers, it was a packed house, and we started on time. Out in Durban, they came out early and we didn't have to delay the game. But the response from the South African football fans, every week we've had a packed stadium somewhere. What have you thought of the season so far in that regard?
Well, brilliant start, and that's what football's all about. We want the spectators to come down to games and we want them to support.
Yeah.
Chiefs have been winning games, so that's why they got the full crowds. Pirates. So a final in a row that they've won, MTN8 supporting, which is brilliant, So it's very good for the game in South Africa. I think Jerry's not judged today.
Yep.
Maybe he's still celebrating from last week.
let's hope that is the case with Jerry. Yeah, that we'll be seeing him soon. But let's talk Stellenbosch and the start they have to the game then. Absolutely stunning start for Stellenbosch. Cracking goal and a player that's arrived at the start of the season and slotted in beautifully, scoring goals in just about all cup competitions so far and continuing in the final. What a start for Stellies.
Yeah, great start for him and a great start for Stellies, gained 1-0 up and looking very good. I mean, the goal was
Montela's goal was unbelievable.
Yeah, you got to take your hat off to that. He's lost a lot of players, Steve, So everyone's thinking, well, what can he do? But he's turned it around, he's brought players in, he's filled in the right positions. Very clever. He's been very wise. Took the money that he got for all his big players and started buying players in. They're in Africa as well, need the bigger squad. But a great start. And, they must have been chomping at the bit thinking, well, we're in for this one.
Yeah, Mojela scores that opener. Like we say, it's a smashing goal. There's one player that I think divides opinion when it comes to Stellies. That's De Jong. From New Zealand. He gets the assist in this. He's also been scoring this season. What are your thoughts of his performance in that first half or in this final?
I thought he did well. He's it's taken him time to fit into the team, but that always happens, And I thought he did very well. And one of those players that just does his job. He's not spectacular. The big boy, he's going to win the headers for you, but he just does his job as he should. And I think he listens to instructions from Steve. That whole team does. So that's the big difference for them.
Pirates, being Pirates, as we've seen all season long, they will create chances. They do have enough going up front to open you up every now and then. And there's another player that's scoring in just about every stage of the season, whether it's the league, whether it's the MTN or the Champions League. Saleng, 4 out of 4 so far in his scoring run, gets the equalizer just before half-time. How crucial is that?
Very crucial. Gaining at half-time, if you're 1-0 down, it makes a big difference. Team talk will be different. Everything will be different. But, Saleng has been in superb form. Let's take your hat off to him. He's, may it last longer for Pirates fans, but, he's been in great form. They've got a few players there that come right at the right time, and he's one of them. But vital. Going in a 1-1 at half-time makes a big difference. The whole team talk changes for both camps. So it was vital that they got that goal.
Now, second half starts, and now it's all about who's going to take the ascendancy. Essentially, the second goal comes for Pirates. Somewhat controversially, changes made. Yes, you got Mabasa coming in, he's also had a good season. You got Mufugeng coming in, he's also contributing just about all aspects of the season so far. Exciting players from Pirates coming in off the bench. Changes made from Stellies as well. But the second goal, turning point of the game, yes. What did you think of the refereeing around the second goal?
Well, before we get to that, you must understand Stellies had a good chance from a corner just before that.
Yes.
The ball gets knocked down, they get a free kick. The less said about the refereeing there, the better. To be very honest with you, you win a free kick, the referee standing right where the free kick was, where it should have been taken. The player takes it 10 meters brilliant from Pirates. Very good thinking, very clever thinking.
The quick set piece, nothing wrong there.
But how does the referee not see that and stop it? 10 meters. If it was behind, I would say fine. You were standing exactly where the foul was taken, and you can actually see him standing there. And the free kick is taken 10 meters further forward. Shocking, absolutely shocking. We need to be looking at this. The sooner they get VAR, the better. I know VAR is expensive. That would have been stopped straight away. Whether, because he allowed the goal, they could have changed it. But that is a shocking decision. And that changed the whole game. Obviously, Pirates get the goal, boom, the heads go down. Stellies were really thinking extra time, we're going to go to penalties, boom, changes everything. But the worst decision I've ever seen. You've got to be looking as well. I was looking at it from my point of view. Remember what I told you before we left you last week off air?
Yeah.
A draw, extra time penalties.
Yes.
Cost me money.
Yeah.
I only spent my 50 Rand.
Sure.
Out there are bigger punters that spend a huge amount of money. You're costing them money, you're costing Stellenbosch money.
You're hurting the game as well.
A coach can lose his job because of
Yeah, you're hurting the game as well.
Yeah, shocking, absolutely shocking.
Now, when you look at those changes that are made, the impact, yes, the goal is scored and there's question marks all around how that goal was scored, the second goal, the turning point. But the players coming in, Mofokeng, the teenager, Mabasa, the striker who's making all the right moves over the last couple of years. They then score the second, Mofokeng, the creator, Mabasa, the scorer. The third goal, they switch roles.
Exactly.
Mabasa, the creator, Mofokeng, the scorer. Let's talk about the thinking from a coaching point of view from the Pirates coach.
Very brave coach.
Yeah.
If you think about this now, leaving those two players up
Yes.
and only bringing them in at a later stage,
Yes.
very brave, because those are two players, key players in your team and players that have been playing well. Very clever from him. He must have thinking, well, let's give them a break. Let's take the pressure off them. Don't put them under pressure straight away. Bring them on late, get the result. And that's what happened. Strange circumstances, but they did the job for him. Very good coaching point of view from me. 3 trophies in a row, 3 MTN Cup trophies in a row. Brilliant, unheard of. 5 out of 5. Is he a cup coach only? Let's hope not.
Well, they'll certainly be hoping it's not the case out of the land of Pirates. And we take our hats off to both Stellenbosch and Pirates for a great final and for all that turned out, of course, out in Durban for a great spectacle, in a great advert for South African football. We take a short break, come back and talk the beginnings of another cup competition, including an interesting interview.